Guys, this is Codex on the Spot. I'm here at one of my favorite places in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. House of Heroes. With me is one of my good friends and comic enthusiast, Tripper. Gonna kind of go over some stuff today, ask him a couple questions, see, what started this all, what you got into comics for. So we'll start there. What was the thing that got you into comics? I love asking that question because everyone's got a different reason and a different mindset for it.
The thing that did it for me was Batman the Animated Series.
Okay.
I know everybody goes with that, but I would watch it, after school, all that stuff. My mom taped a bunch of episodes for me, so I would do that. And then eventually figured out there were comic books, and I went to actually House of Heroes. So not this location, but one of the older ones. And my mom bought me a ton of Batman Adventures, the animated one. So it was like I read up on all those ones, and then just the cycle started from there where it just exploded out. And the movies did it, Spider-Man, all that stuff. So it's just everything.
Yeah,
so.
I can totally understand from that aspect of it because the anime series launched everything from that to the X-Men.
Yes.
It just took over. Now, since that point, has your mindset grown as far as, you got DC, Marvel? Are you more into indie titles now? Is it a mixture?
For me, it's a mixture.
Okay.
I know, I still obviously do my superhero stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I do, Marvel, DC, all that. Batman's my guy, so that kind of thing. But then independent stuff is really great.
Yeah.
I love anything from Image, Boom, all those guys. I'm always giving them a shot because, there's so much more stories you can tell through comics in genres and all that. It's just insane how much the possibilities are there instead of just superheroes and all that. So
to me, it's always been a forefront of that escape, that idea that you can go into this world and kind of get away from everything else. And I mean, is that something that you look at as your aspect too? Like, hey, this is my time. This is my get away from the world itself and enter a different area.
Oh, definitely. It's a little bit of that. With the superhero stuff, it's always it's my fun, it's my passion, it's all that kind of stuff. It's wish fulfillment, whatever you want to say. I and sometimes I just want to see Batman punch a clown for a bit. That makes me. It's my happy place. It's a weird happy place, but it's a happy place.
I just hear Mark Hamill laughing right
exactly,
now. Exactly.
Yeah.
Now this has been one of my prime places to go. I don't really change local comic shops too often. Ever since I moved up here, you guys have been nothing but great to me. And
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Walked around here so many times finding new things. So tell me, what do you think separates House of Heroes from all these other comic shops that are out there right now?
Something for us that I really like about our store in particular is just the variety that we have here. Whether that be our single issues, our trades, even stuff like collectibles and all that. I'd like to think we have a really, really wide selection. I was kind of saying, it's not just superheroes. We've got all our sections for graphic novels. We got slice of life stuff where if you just want to read something that's just kind of autobiographical, we got it there. We got crime, we got horror, all that kind of stuff. Fantasy, because there's so many different genres of comics that it's just to limit yourself to this one thing. I find you just miss out on so many good potential stories like that.
Yeah.
So it's just that, just the amount of diversity and just different stories that we have here. It's incredible to me, and I think that's something that I really pride with this store is our ability to kind of find all your niches and be if you really like crime, we can get you crime books. There's so many great crime books. Ed Brubaker's doing great stuff. There's Lady Killer, all that stuff. And from that, it's there's just so many different things. So that's something for the shop, I guess. So.
And the biggest thing I noticed is you can't say notice because every time I walk through here, there's something new. And you guys are so good at keeping us updated on social media, what's coming in, what's going out. I'll be showing everybody here probably at the beginning of the episode a little bit more of the store. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, definitely like this because these guys do great work. But every time I walk in here, there's something that I've missed and I didn't see before. And then you're like, hey, did you see that? I'm like, no, we've had it for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You didn't see the giant Joker hanging from the ceiling? No, I didn't get a chance to. I just saw the lightsabers over there and I've been staring at them the entire time. My ADD's kicking in. I'm sorry, Tripper.
There you go. No, it's good.
But yeah, to me, like you said, a lot of places don't have that variety. They kind of just seem to stick to either the big two or they just don't know exactly where their stuff is. And coming in here, it's always like, hey, do you got this? And you can point me in the right direction. I feel like you do that with every single customer that walks into this place, which I think is amazing at that aspect. Now, with it being different, is there one key aspect that you want everyone to know when they enter here to look for? Like, is there something in the store that you want them to be like, that's the thing that makes them different?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I mean, I can always point to Slimer because we got our big Slimer.
Yeah,
so
you don't
it's
see
kind
that
of
at the
like you don't
beginning
see
of the
that.
episode, too.
Yeah, you don't see
He's kinda
Slimer in every
hovering over
store.
us right now.
No, I don't know if there's like one thing to point out to everybody. I think it's more like coming in and finding what you want, that
Right.
kind of thing. And like it's more, it's up to us to try and find that for you and help you out with that kind of stuff. So it's not so much like, oh, I want to highlight this one thing. It's more like, come on in, tell us what you like, we'll go from there.
We'll
That
figure
kind
it
of
out
thing.
from
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's great. And I think they said that's what every consumer wants. And like I said, I've been to many, many different shops, especially when I lived in Illinois. But nothing really compares to walking into House of Heroes and seeing what they have for you every time.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool stuff. And the cool thing is like you kind of been doing this and like doing other stores and stuff. Every store has their own unique flavor,
Yes, they
and
do.
that's like something I really, really like about like comic shops. Is like everywhere you go, it's something different. You're getting something different, like that kind of thing. So yeah.
All right, so we kind of covered the basics, going over the store, what you got, how you got into comics, all that good stuff. But there's one story that you were telling me about through text about something about Amazing Spider-Man variant that I had no recollection of.
Yeah, this is like one of my favorite things that we ever did. It's our Amazing Spider-Man 666 variant. Near and dear to my heart because I get to be Spider-Man in that.
I haven't seen it yet, so
yeah,
I want to take a
right
look.
there. Yeah, it was a super fun day for us to shoot it and all that stuff, and even the signing was fun and all that kind of stuff. It was a blast and a half. That's something I'll always remember for it. So
Now, was there like a reason that was promoted through the store, or is it something that you were reached out to about?
I think it was just an incentive, right, Scott, with that one? You had to order a certain amount?
It was the first time Marvel had done store exclusive comics.
There it is. It was the first time Marvel did the store exclusive.
Okay.
So it's kind of like everybody got to do it a lot. And like a lot of times it was just a logo on there. And like, I don't know. This is all. I mean, Spider-Man's saving the day.
Yeah, he's saving the store. What are you going to do?
Come on. That's awesome. So.
And then there was another part that I don't know if I remember it correctly, but something about you dressed up on a cover as Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's right there.
That's
me.
Is that you?
Right there.
You want to put that a little bit closer to the camera
there
so
you
they
go.
can take a
Right
look?
there. Right on Spidey. So yeah, that was fun.
Whipping your way around, trying to
Flipping
save
the way
the
around,
day.
just saving the day, Come on. So.
But no, I want to just say thank you guys for letting
Yeah,
me do this here.
of
You
course.
guys have been amazing to me. Guys, if you did not have a chance yet, I'll put everything down below in the description for you guys to let you know exactly where to go. Is there anywhere we can find you online?
Yep.
Or eBay or?
Yep, we're on Facebook. You do House of Heroes Comics on Facebook.
Mhm.
Our website, houseofheroescomics.com, all that kind of stuff. Pretty plugged into social media and all that good stuff. Just throwing this out there on March 18th.
Mhm.
The author John Jackson Miller from
Ooh.
Star Wars, Star Trek, Mass Effect, all that stuff is actually doing a signing here in store. So if you're in the area and you want to come get something signed, he'll be here. So
I'll definitely be here for the Mass Effect stuff.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right
yeah.
now. But Trent, man, thank you
Hey,
so much.
yeah,
It's
cool.
always a pleasure.
pleasure doing it with
You
you.
know, thank you for always getting my pools ready for me too. So, but till next time, we'll see you guys on the next Codex on the Spot. I can't wait for what it is. And guys, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't miss out on any of the content we're putting out for you. Tripper's obviously always on watching, so if you guys want to have a shout out to him, go for it. Always a great guy to talk to. Find House of Heroes, guys. Trust me, you don't want to miss out.